they're here. Let's go. Okay, so let's start by unboxing these things. I've never done this before, so let's see what's in. So this is the motherboard. Keep in mind this is my first build since Core 2 Duo was released. That makes it at least 10 years since I did another AMD build. So this has been coming a long way for me. Yeah, looks pretty nice. What else? Pin-out shield, SATA cables, a logo, and one screw. Interesting. Useless DVD, another screw. Wow, that's exciting. And various mounting papers, instructions. What else? Oops, that's it. Good. Not sure I'm going to use anything else outside this back shield. So that's the motherboard taken care of. And this is CPU. It's actually in this smaller package. You get a sticker and the actual CPU, which looks pretty awesome. It's a lot of times since I've worked with anything that has pins on it. Okay, so we're good to go. Also there's the boxed cooler from AMD, which I'm not going to use. Let's get it out nevertheless, just to take a gander. 4 heat pipes, direct contact with the CPU, pre-applied thermal paste, AMD locking mechanism, and there's connected to the motherboard, and this is also RGB lit as far as I know. Maybe we'll give it a spin just to see how it works. For now it goes back in its box. Let's go on with the build, shall we? So why did I choose to go with the Ryzen? It's, I think, first and foremost a question of availability and of value. As you know, the 9900K is still a pretty scarce chip to find, and even if you do find it, it's at a really high price, which I'm honestly not prepared to pay. The other consideration was I'm not only gaming on my PC, I do work and do some other stuff, and 8 cores, 16 threads, I felt it would come handy. So in my opinion, the value is here. Also, there's the other thing that one might consider, namely that next year, or hopefully by the end of next year, the third generation of Ryzen will be out, which means that that particular processor could be potentially a drop-in replacement for the 2600K, 2700X that I picked up. And at that point, I might consider just upgrading the CPU, and yeah, I'll be good to go, I guess. Whereas in the case of the 99000K, the Intel chip is pretty much at the end of the line on 14 nanometers, and it's already pushing all sorts of power and temperature boundaries. So yeah, realistically, if you get that chip, it doesn't really make sense to apply overclocking over 5Gs, because those limitations will come into play, and that will make basically your life harder. So yeah, in my opinion, the value is here. The availability was there. Also consider that the next Intel chip down the line, which was the previous 8700K, is also a bit hard to find at this point, and it's also priced a bit higher. I mean, here in my area, the stores that carried the chip had it at a price which was more expensive than the 2700X Ryzen plus the motherboard that I bought. So yeah, there's that to consider. Also, the motherboard, as you can see, it's a B450 chipset motherboard, and that's because I couldn't find any B470X micro ATX sized motherboards. Full ATX it's no problem, but in micro ATX you can't find it really. So I did some research, read about it, specifications, and what other people can do with it, and apparently it's suitable for moderate overclocking, which I'm also not very big on this platform. Yeah, the Ryzen 2700X is pretty much at the end of the overclockability, let's say, and the best that I could hope for maybe is, I don't know, 4.2 gigahertz, which I'm going to try. Don't get me wrong, but yeah. So wish me luck, guys.